And boom, buckle up, it is showtime. What's up, everybody? We are live, The Red Show, only on the redonline.com. Listen to me, jump in chat right now. It is packed, everybody's excited. It's a typical Red Show night with a little bit of a flair, let's call it. You know what I mean? We always got a little bit of always something going on. And then always right in the middle of it, somehow the Red Show. We stick our fucking noses where it doesn't belong. That's what we do. As always, I'm your boy Footer. With me, my pal, my co-host, my man, the lovely, the talented, the large-breasted Peaches Rock. What up, Pete?
Perfectly said, Footer. Our nose is where it's almost never belongs. We're going to stick it right in there once again. Huffington Post.
P-Rock, move your dog. Get your nose away from there. Put him down. Stop that.
No.
What are you doing?
No. Of course, with us, many of you have seen this, you've anticipated, we do indeed have with us, live via Skype from across the pond, as the kids say, I think, is Mr. Milo Yiannopoulos. Milo, you're with us, right?
I am. Thank you so much.
So glad you hung in there with us. As I understand it, it's 1:30, is that about right?
Oh, it is, but I don't really sleep, so don't worry. And I had the joy of listening to that amazing musical introduction. I felt so alive.
Well, that's what we do. We like to kind of get everybody just. All right, let's be honest. It's not. We have nothing to do with the listeners. It's really just to kind of feed into our egos, to make us sound big, feel big. You know what I mean? That's all it's really about.
I felt like I was in Gladiator. I was like the star of some like amazing sword and sandals epic. I was about to take down the evil emperor. No, I mean, like, I you know what? I'm gonna when I play this back, I'm gonna take the audio out. I'm gonna start every day like this. I'm gonna have it as my morning alarm. This is how I want. This is the vibe I want behind my life.
And I'll be honest with you. If we ended the entire show right here and now based on that, I'd be happy because that's what we want, Milo. We're trying to give to the people.
P-Rock, you just nailed it. It's gonna be like, all right, everybody, thanks so much, Milo. Thanks for stopping by.
Week.
Great time.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Headphones off. Look, I like P-Rock said, we know it's late over there for you, so we appreciate you hanging out. Look, you're the hot item right now. Come on, everybody, you're the hot chick that everybody wants to bang right now.
You keep saying that. It's very flattering.
Ew.
Very flattering.
Well, now I'm annoyed that other people. Look, I just made it about me. I'm mad that other people say it, and I'm just like a hack. I just said the same thing everybody else says.
Well, you know what? Sometimes if everyone's speaking the truth, all you can do is speak the truth along with them.
Boom. There you go. Okay, my ego's second to yours. I have the second.
Everybody's ego is second to mine.
Oh, boy.
Well, I guess what really kind of caught our attention, I mean, we know who you are. You're essentially, in many ways, and among many other things, you're a nudge. You're a fucking Twitter nudge. You know what I mean by nudge?
I don't.
It means you're someone that just kind of likes to poke anyone in the ribs they can, stir a little shit, but...
You mean like a gadfly or a provocateur?
100%.
Let me put you up.
Nudge? Where is the word for nudge?
It's kind of like, I think it's like more of like an old Italian grandma. Like, stop being such a nudge. Get out of here for the go. Like,
I love that.
It's like a rebel rouser. You know what I mean?
Yeah, don't have a go at me. I'm just being a nudge.
There you go. We're going to allow you to use that one.
Does indeed cover
so much.
That. What I think what really got our attention, or what personally got my attention on Twitter.com, it's a social media platform. You can download it on your phone. It's a whole thing. If you're interested, I mean, you don't have to. I happened to notice on Twitter last week that what I saw was they removed your bulge, and I'm glad I looked at it twice.
Whoa! What do you mean he's bulge? What are you talking about?
They did. They demoted me to a member of the proletariat, practically poor. You know, I was in the elites. I was in the gold ranks of the master ranks. Knocked over my crucifix.
Jesus Christ!
I was in the master. That's a conversation for another day.
Sure.
I was in the massed ranks of the media and celebrity elites. You know, I was verified on Twitter. People knew I was somebody. And then because they don't like my jokes and they don't like my politics and they can't wrap their head around the fact that this gay guy might not be like, you know, a feminist and a Black Lives Matter supporter and the biggest like progressive douchebag on the planet. And then actually I might not only be conservative but bring some sass with it and bring the facts and destroy them in debates. That I'm becoming a problem for them, you know. I had like 72, 73 million tweet impressions in the last 28 days. Like, I'm really blowing up. People love me. They love my stuff. And and this has become a problem for the left because they don't really know how to fight me. I've got this sort of social justice insulation because I'm a fag. They won't come after me, and I'm like, come on, please. I can take it. Trust me, I can take it. Anyway, so they took my badge away as a sort of slap on the wrist. The problem for Twitter is they're using a mechanism which is designed to verify the identity of public figures, and they're using it as an ideological weapon. And the whole press went nuts about it because they realize what's happening. They understand the consequence of this. They know what this is a sign, that Twitter has taken a side in the culture wars.
Well, because they're supposed to be, Milo. They're supposed to be protecting you. You're the gay guy. You're you know what I'm saying? You're that guy that they want to protect. You need them to protect you. Of course, don't you know that?
Like, who's protecting my speech against these vile harassers? It's just the problem is that the vile harassers are feminists, and they've picked the feminists over the gay guy.
It's unbelievable how hypocritical they really are. And that's the thing that really is just, it makes them even sillier, is that don't they understand that you have somebody like yourself that has all these followers, all these supporters. You would think by this time they would go, you know what? This is legit. I think, he's not just someone that's going to go away. This is going to be here for a little while. They need to just jump on board. It's time. It's time.
This is it. I've had 18,000 new followers just since the beginning of January, probably 25,000 since Christmas, since they started screwing with me. Absolutely amazing. And the thing is, I'm not some schmuck, right? I'm not some random, internet troll. I am a senior staff editor at a major media organization.
Exactly my point.
They might not like that media organization, but they don't get to choose who is famous and who isn't, right? The public do, and the public has chosen. And the other thing is just the extraordinary pettiness of not banning me or suspending me or doing anything they can't point, and they refuse to tell me why they did it. They will not tell me why they did it. They refuse to point to anything I've said that might have been problematic. They won't tell me what's invading their safe spaces, what trigger warnings I'm crashing through. They won't tell me about any of this stuff. They won't tell me what I've done wrong. I'm just the wrong kind of faggot. And frankly, it's just extraordinary. So the press reaction's been amazing. Everybody realizes the big deal.
Were you in fact confirmed to be the first Twitter account to be unverified?
I think I am. I'm definitely the first media figure of my I don't know, I don't want to say stature, but of my.
No, that's fine. Yeah, no, that's fine. You nailed it. I think you may be groundbreaking. You might be one groundbreaking motherfucker right now.
Yes, another way in which I'm making history. I'm so overburdened with my own history making and groundbreakingness.
And if anybody's just checking in, you are listening to the Red Show, and we have Milo with us at Nero on Twitter. Listen, would you take some calls if we opened up the lines?
Again, I'd love to. I'd love to.
Beautiful. I think it's 630 Red Talk if anybody wants to jump in, if they have any questions for Mr. Milo.
And look, we know you assholes, and by the way, we've been doing this for a little over 5 years, so we have a decent following, but they're assholes, man. So we're gonna hope for that.
Listen, I'm very happy to talk to anybody. I'll tell you something. Most journalists hate their own readers, which is why all the comment sections are closing. CNN, the Daily Beast, they're all closing the comment sections. They're all calling their own readers harassers and abusers and threateners. All this is garbage, right? They just can't stand criticism and ridicule. I have my phone number in my Twitter profile. Anyone can WhatsApp me any fucking time, and I will speak to them, and I'll have a chat with them, and sometimes they don't like me, sometimes they do like me. I'm probably the most accessible, high-profile journalist in the world. I will talk to anybody.
And that's how
if your listeners are assholes, that's great. I'm perfectly fine about it. If your listeners are nice, that's good too.
Well,
I genuinely don't mind. I have rhino hide, so bring it on.
They're really just assholes in that they want to hear themselves do something funny on the radio, if you will. But no,
you have trolls who phone up and do crazy shit.
Bit.
Yeah, but you know what? I have confidence tonight. I really do. I feel good about them. You know what?
I tend to pick out the best in people, so maybe it'll be fine.
We all do.
There you go. Well, again, we'll see. We'll have some maybe a couple of screens. We'll do a little screening call. We won't keep you too long, and if we don't get anything
it's fine. Listen, I'm happy to stay for as long as you want me. You kick me off when you get bored.
Right on. And I do want to point out that all of us, Footer and I, and our producers, Tex and Scrambler, we all think like you in a right side, minded kind of way, in a conservative kind of way. I mean, we're not don't think any of us are super far right. And I don't think
No way. We're right. Believe me, we're right in his ballpark when it comes to fucking politically. We're right. Do we have a call? Because the sound just changed. All right. Yeah, let's go to the call quick. Caller, you're live on the red with Milo. What's up? What do you got?
Hello?
Yes. What's up?
Hi.
Hi, it's Sleepy.
What's up, Sleepy Pop Tart? What's going on, girl? You're on with Milo. Do you have any questions?
I just have to say, I adore you, Milo. I have loved you from the moment I saw you.
Oh, thank you.
I am a female. I believe in Gamergate. I think feminism. I will tell you this. I believed. I started learning about feminism when I was in first grade, and I have always thought it was just the grossest thing ever. And I don't like what's going on. And as a woman, I am attacked for saying such things. And I appreciate you for what you do, because you can speak out for women in a way that is just, it's beyond anything I could ever do.
You better be saying this as you're baking from your kitchen, by the way. You hear me, toots?
Yeah, I'm feeling that.
Seriously though, thank you so much. It's actually kind of brave for women to talk out like this. I'll tell you why. Because women who speak out like this, like Lauren Southern, the libertarian politician in Canada, who's also a political commentator for Rebel Media, she gets so much like horrific abuse, like real abuse, not the kind of stuff the Twitter feminist crazies call abuse, but real shit from feminists who don't like her. For women to speak up against feminism, which has turned into what Christine Hoff Sommers calls a kind of female chauvinism, it's turned into man-hating and misandry. It's not really about equality anymore, it's about man-hating. For women to stand up and say, do you know what, like, actually, I'm not a feminist and I do have a problem with feminism, is brave. Even though, 4/5 of American women agree with you. The number of women who support feminism has gone from 28% to 18% in just the last couple of years. Support for it is nosediving because those women see what we see, which is that feminism has become about hating men. And most women don't hate men. Most women will quite like a boyfriend. Most men will quite like a girlfriend. This kind of ugly sexism that drives men and women apart doesn't serve anyone. So thank you so much for the kind things you said. And just know this: not only are you not alone, you're actually in the majority, even if you don't hear your point of view very often in the media. So thank you so much.
Beautiful. And Sleepy, before we let you go, do you want to say anything nice about P-Rock and I? I'm just saying you could. I mean, you could. I'm just saying.
Very handsome gentlemen who are gonna, take back the world as you should, as men, and I love it.
Absolutely.
All right. Say no more. Beautiful. All right. Well, we're gonna let you go because we are packed, right, P-Rock? We got some more people on the line.
Scrams, we good? Do we have a next caller?
Thank you, Sleepy Pop Tart.
Tucker.
Hey,
Boom. What's up, Lady Trucker?
Take care.
Okay, LT, what you got for Milo?
Oh, I was just wondering, Milo, what's your natural hair color?
Hi, how are you? What's my natural hair color? That a lady never tells. Fortunately, I'm not a lady. I'm a massive slut, so I'll tell you. I am naturally a brunette, like a very dark brown, and I sometimes mix it up with like a light white platinum, and sometimes I like the frosted tips. But yeah, I'm.
All right, Maya, we believe you. Pull your pants back up, please. You're on camera. Yes, we see it matches. We see the color. Jesus.
I don't mind. Take your time. I'm good, so I don't mind.
It's something I'm never going to get to see, I'm afraid. And it's only for the brothers.
And I will say that we do have the privilege
yeah.
of having Milo on cam, so we do see his lovely flowing golden / dark locks. He's got a nice mix.
Yeah, I don't know if the listeners can see this, but my interlocutors on the call can see my beautiful flowing hair.
There you go. Look, yeah, we have a little fashion and a little beauty talk with the Red Show and Milo.
You didn't think you were going to hear that on this show, did you guys?
No, you didn't. Thanks, Lady Trucker. We got another call, Scrams?
Thanks so much.
Yeah, Allie's trying to call in.
All right, later, LT.
Later, Trucker. Take care. Keep it between the ditches, lady. She's Milo. She's a regular caller. She's a typical big fat trucker lady. She's horrific, bro. She's horrific. My God.
But a sweetheart.
But she's just adorable. Believe me.
Oh, bless her heart.
Bless her heart. All right, let's go to the phone one more time. I think we have another caller. We got her on hold or what?
We're good to go now.
Okay, Allie, what's up?
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, thank you for taking my call.
Hi.
Milo still available?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm right here.
Hi, how are you? Thank you for entertaining calls from the public tonight. I was very interested to talk to you. I'm one of these non-anonymous people as well, so I don't have my actual phone number in my Twitter handle, but it is available if you look at my website online. So I understand the complexity of being that available to the public, and I appreciate your openness in making yourself available for criticism and for dialogue with people who may not agree with you.
Thank you.
Oh, that sounds like a pretty big setup that you're about to get hit with something that she doesn't agree with. What do you got, Allie?
Yeah, I'm like, okay, so that was lovely. Now what do you got for me?
Verifying that Twitter unverifying Milo is really one of the worst public decisions that I think they've made in terms of what the goals of this platform were intended to provide its audience.
100%.
Donald Trump has said some pretty controversial things in the weeks leading up to this talk tonight. No one would even think of unverifying Donald Trump. So these kind of stupid wrist slaps with people who present a persona that they don't agree with, it's not consistent across the board. And to me, it looks like Twitter bullying its own users.
I think you're absolutely right. And you know what? It flies in the face of all of the public pronouncements this company makes. I mean, I think we can go as far as to say that Twitter is outright lying to its users. You know, Jack Dorsey in October said he wanted Twitter to be a platform for free expression. He told Nick Bilton of the New York Times for the book Hatching Twitter that he wanted Twitter to be like a utility company. He wanted it to flow like water. Well, I don't remember the last time my water company phoned me up and said, we're going to turn down your water pressure because we don't like your opinions. Twitter has constantly said it's a platform for free speech, but they don't mean it. And they're lying to users. What they actually mean is it's a platform for you to say whatever you want if you have the right politics. If you are a feminist, you can tweet kill all white men with impunity and you will never be censured, you'll never be suspended, you'll never be banned, nothing bad will happen to you. But if you are somebody who suggests that maybe this intersectional third wave feminism isn't the best way for men and women to get along, maybe it's, the pendulum of equality is swung a little bit too far the other way, if you bring a funny, fact-based critique of any of their sacred cows, you get banned, you get suspended, you get blocked, you get, in my case, unverified because they didn't dare to ban me because they knew what would happen to them.
Well, again, I bet you that got thrown around. I bet you they said to themselves, you know what? Let's maybe we should suspend him, and I guarantee that went around. And you know what? I mark my words, and I don't want to give you the fucking jinx. If they have the balls, I bet you they push it too far and they fucking suspend you or something. They're gonna go too far in some way. Because
touch wood, it doesn't happen. I've got to find some wood to touch.
Yeah, Hey, boom. Yeah,
but you know what? I think you're absolutely right, and it's nice that you have the openness too. I don't know what you do for a living, Mum, but
I do a radio show. Oh, not me.
I'm a professor.
Not you.
Not you.
I'm sorry.
Paula, what do you do for a living, Mum?
I'm a professor.
Oh, you're a professor. Wow. Well, listen, I think it's great that you have that accessibility to. It's all too often these days public figures kind of cosset themselves away. They want to return to the era of broadcast media where you can push out a message full of lies and bias and personal opinion and ridiculous provocation and they don't expect any pushback. Well, my view on this is, I'm a professional provocateur, and I go out there, I rile people up, I start conversations, I present them with facts that don't fit their narrative, and I expect to get the same back. If you go out and you do that and you refuse to listen to the voices that are telling you that you have ridiculous points of view, you're not a public intellectual. You're not an interlocutor. You are not somebody worthy of engagement or respect. You're just a troll and a sociopath and a bully. And so it's nice that you have that engagement that people can get in touch with you as well. So thank you so much for sharing that.
Thanks, Alex.
I appreciate that. The only other question that I had for you tonight, I wanted to do my research. I'm not a gamer. I knew nothing about, I don't game as a pastime. This particular issue with, the bullying of feminists allegedly within the industry itself isn't one that really lights the fire under my fanny. But, I am a researcher by training, and I was very interested, so I started reading some things.
And I really was wanting to hear your take on the way Wikipedia talks about what happened with your time at the Colonel, because to me it sounded like a big slam against you, that you left a lot of people hanging for payment for working.
Yeah, no, I understand that. So basically, Wikipedia, for any kind of contentious public figure, Wikipedia has edit wars, So I had a business, it went through a bit of a rough patch. I paid a bunch of people who didn't get paid from the company personally, which I didn't have to do. I could have let it go bankrupt, but I tried to do a good thing. Like, I tried to be a nice guy, tried to do the decent thing, and paid them out of my own pocket, and restarted the business and sold it very successfully, so that was great. Of course, on Wikipedia, there are people who take elements of the story and take them out of context, forget what actually happened afterwards, and use that as a way to discredit you, to try and suggest that you did something awful or bad, So, what you have to understand with Wikipedia, when you read an entry for Wikipedia, whether it's about a contentious topic like Gamergate or a contentious person like me, that article is the product of wars between different factions behind the scenes, and you never know what the priorities and what the biases are of different people who have contributed to different paragraphs. So if you want to know something, the best thing is always to just go to the source and ask them. But thank you so much.
All right, Allie, thanks so much. Great call. Appreciate it. I don't know. Whoa, we got some bad feedback. Allie, thank you.
There we're better, I think, right?
Okay, yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping it was Allie, to be honest with you, but
let's put an end to the calls based on that alone, if nothing else, because that's no good. But I wanted to. We talked about a couple of things, and we skipped over I noticed a great poll you put out last week or a couple of days ago regarding Donald Trump. And I do want to say, based on Milo at Nero,
I know what's
Twitter,
coming.
Yeah. The election is over because he has Donald Trump winning by quite a large margin over, in quotes, some cuck. Some cuck being Jeb Bush. So it's over.
I was talking about Jeb.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fair. I said, but Milo, here's the shame. I swear to God, nobody agrees with me, but I always say I feel bad for Jeb only because I think he would be, put it this way, I think he's such a bad candidate, but I don't think he would be as bad of a president as he is a candidate. You understand what I'm saying? Which, again, he'll never get there
maybe
with that logic.
But a little bit hopeless, like a sort of a sleepwalk president. He wouldn't be. I mean, he's not going to be like a Lincoln or whatever. But he's not going to be up there in the top 10 presidents ever. Like, that's not going to happen. He's not going to have an impression on history like his brother or his dad. But the problem is with him, he's just seen as so weak and so ineffectual and so lazy. And every time he tries to take a shot at Trump just blows him out of the water.
And then
like all these little remarks like, yeah, you're very low energy. And it just sticks, The mud that Donald Trump throws doesn't always stick. But to Jeb, it sticks because people watching at home are like, yeah, you know what, you're right. And this whole cuck thing, which I like to make a joke out of, I always say Jeb like in the voice of Sofia Vergara, with the upside down exclamation mark first, like Jeb. This thing just, I don't know why I do it, it's funny, but this stuff is stuck, like he's just not quite right for president in an era when people want strength and confidence and they want a reassertion of the American dream and American values and strength. They want somebody they can believe in, somebody to make America great again. I love Trump, and I'm tired of apologizing for it. I think he's great. And I did my poll, and what is it, 10,000 people voted now? Something like that already. It'll be 10,000 at least by the time it closes. I think it was 7 or 8 earlier. And you know what? I was just being, obviously, needlessly provocative, and I said, who can make America great again? Donald Trump or some cuck?
It was perfect. It really was.
The results. Sure, selection bias, because it's my followers. But still, the internet has decided. I also enjoyed that when the internet decided... I started this hashtag over Christmas, which is one of the reasons Twitter hates me so much. Feminism is cancer, and I did a poll like, would you rather your child had A, feminism, B, cancer? And cancer won by 55 to 45%, like 22,000 votes, and people would rather have their kids had cancer than feminism. Like, obviously it's a joke, it's funny, but it just goes to show that ordinary people are are prepared to upset the status quo and say and do and vote for outrageous things because they're so sick of the boring establishment that Jeb Bush represents. And that's why there are Trump voters, and that's why I'm popular.
And with that, you had a hashtag that trended number 2 worldwide, did you not?
I trended number 3 worldwide, but I was the top trending topic in the UK, the US, Canada, and Germany. Why? Because people love me. They love the fact that I'm irreverent and I'm mischievous and I'm provocative, and I don't mind saying the unsayable. I don't mind going there and this word that all the conservative media have decided is racist, because they're conservative media are such babies. They're all desperate to prove they're not racist because they're like. It's like they're looking up to liberals for approval.
That's why you're a perfect match with the Red Show, sir. It's unbelievable. We've been kicked off two stations so far, and when we finally said "fuck this," we need to.
What did you do? What did you do?
It was all about our language and things. We said things. Okay, the first one was the Huffington Post and the Young Turks went after us because we were protecting. An EMT that was fired because of his Twitter posts. We befriended him and we had him on the show, and we were attacked because we were making jokes about the reporter that ratted him out about who he was, and that's how it started. So we got fired from the first station. The second one we got fired was, I believe it was because of a Twitter post. We
when one of them is in me. And they asked me to. So I have a very specific use case where I find personally that word acceptable, because I know how dangerous.
Listen, I had a little pre-cum just hearing about that, and I'm not even homosexual, so I can understand. I can really understand.
They call me they call me names. They ask me to call them names. Sure. Sort of in the bedroom, it's all fair game, right?
100%.
It ramps up the excitement, it just makes them angrier.
Yeah. So we ended up losing a sponsor, and the saddest part about the sponsor we lost was a fucking sponsor that sells fucking dildos, because it was Adam and Eve. Look, I'm just gonna give them a plug now. It was AdamandEve.com. It was
Adam and Eve.
Yeah, exactly.
Adam and Steve, am I right, Milo?
What's that?
Adam and Steve, am I right, bro?
Adam and Steve.
Jesus
Christ. Don't buy from them. That's great.
Steve sits in the corner and just fucking jerks off while
while Adam is off with Daquan.
Yeah, he's taking a big black.
Michael is fucking Adam while Steve sits in the corner and just touches himself.
That's right. And we all point and call him Jeb.
And he's just a fucking. It makes it worse because he's a liberal cuck, and he just keeps going. You better say N-word. You better not say the word. You just keep fucking whacking his bag. Fucking liberal cucks. There's nothing fucking worse. Really isn't. And by the way, everybody, you are listening to the world famous internet radio show, The Red Show, and we have Milo. Hey, Milo, we want you, if you can maybe give us a drop for the Red Show, maybe this is actually just this is the Milo, you're listening to the Red Show, something like that. B-Rock, give him a good feed.
Sure, okay.
What can you do for us?
Okay, I'll do it. What should I say? Okay. I'm Milo Yiannopoulos, the internet's most fabulous supervillain, and you're listening to the Red Show.
Boom. Can't beat that, man. We don't even. Let me explain something. The press and everybody else better wake up. This man didn't even need a fucking take two. Boom! One fucking take. You don't get better than that.
This is what you get for working with professionals, honey.
Unbelievable.
Milo, tell us, please, you'll come back on in the near future and be our pals and do this again.
I will absolutely come on. Don't drop the N-word when I'm on. I want you to be on best behavior when I'm on your show, because people are going to use it against me if you start being you start getting up all in that shit, right? 100%. I don't want to hear that stuff. So no racism, no sexism, no naughtiness. When I'm on best behavior, and under those circumstances, I'll come on whenever you want.
Fair enough. We appreciate that.
With any racism, it's going to be me, and it's going to be against white people because I keep turning them down for sex. All right.
That's fair. Milo, thanks so much. We loved it. You were fire, of course. We knew you would be, and I think you knew you would be too, because you love yourself. You do, and I love that.
I do, and I'm not sorry about it.
And we're pretty good too. So between the three of us, we really do fucking. Again, we're just made for each other. This is gonna be a good thing. As a matter of fact, why just take us along on the ride with you? That's all we ask. Not a big deal.
You guys seem very fun, so I'm sure we're gonna see each other again.
Fantastic. We're gonna do it nude next time. You in?
Boom.
Definitely.
Shirtless.
Do you know, I'm actually lifting at the moment. Like, I'm working out. It's my week 5 of working out. Like, I'm actually starting to get guns now. So, like,
love it.
In maybe like May, when I'm the shape I want, I will debut my body on your show.
Right on.
Love it. All right, bro. Thank you so much, man. We'll talk to you soon. All right,
Take care. All right, bye-bye.
There he is, everybody.
How good was that?